Hi guys, welcome to Software Jobs Training. We are on week 5 and day 3. In this session we will be covering about variables in PHP. So variables in PHP are as same as they were in JavaScript, so they have the same application. Variables are used to store the values which are assigned to them. We can assign a value of string or a number or a float value depending on our requirement. Okay. So in PHP the variables are actually defined by putting a dollar symbol and then the variable name. So here we have our variable that says dollar, my first variable. Okay, so here is the variable name, and dollar is required to put in front of it to declare it as a variable. Alright, and then we have the assignment operator, and we have assigned a value of a string to this variable. Okay, so quite similar to JavaScript, we just need to declare a variable and then assign a value to it. If we go to slide number 2, here we see that how to construct a variable. So for constructing a variable, first we need to put a dollar symbol, and then we need to put in the variable name. Okay, and a variable needs to have some value, so for that we'll have to use an assignment operator, that is equal to, and then we need to just put in the string or the number that we need to assign to this variable. So here we have created a variable and assigned a string to it, and then we displayed it using echo. We can have another variable, so for that I need to put a dollar symbol and then another variable. This is my variable name. Here I can give a value of 25, so this is a variable that has the integer type data to it. Okay, so in this way you can just create variables wherever you want. Let me go to slide number 3 now. Okay, so we have already seen that how to create the variables, but there is a special method that we need to follow to name our variables. Make sure that you follow this up because it is really important. First of all, the very important thing is that our variables must start with a letter or an underscore. Okay, so you cannot start your variables using numbers or anything. You just need to start it using a variable, and otherwise you can use an underscore. So in naming these variables you can either use the alphanumeric or the underscores, so you cannot have the other special symbols. Alright, so here we can have another variable that starts with the underscore, and then it has a few characters and a number. So in this way you can use all of these three things, but make sure that the very first character of your variable name should be either an underscore or a valid alphabet. Okay, so it cannot start with numbers. And it is a good practice to actually distinguish your multiple word variable names using underscores, or you can have the capitalization going on. So here you can see that either you can put it field underscore goals, or you can make the field small and then G should be capitalized, and it just makes a variable name saying field goals. Okay, so in this way you can have easier names that are easier to understand. This is really important because generally people name their variables so confusingly that once they have a lot of variables they tend to get lost in all the code, and they cannot remember what variable was for what purpose. So it is highly recommended that you use really good names to initialize your variables. And yes, this is a very same thing that they do in JavaScript, so variables are going to remain the same for almost all the programming languages. On slide number 4 we refine a skill assessment, so I will be skipping this. So then we see a string. Okay, so string is actually a collection of text, or I should say a collection of characters. To declare a string we need to put it in double quotes. I think we have seen this already. So to echo a string you just need to put the text inside the double quotes, and all the characters actually make up a string. Alright, so I'm echoing this string up that says PHP is fun. Alright, And to create strings, we can either put them in single quotes or we can put them in double quotes, and inside these strings we can also pass the HTML tags. So let me just show you how to pass an HTML tag. Let me just pass h1. And then put a semicolon. So inside this string I can just put the HTML and the code inside it, and that's pretty much it. I can also pass the styles inside this, so I'll say style. Make sure that you do not put the double quotes over here. So we'll have to put single quotes and then say color red. Let's run this code now. As you can see that we have passed the HTML tag into the PHP string echo, and we have also passed the color of this. So in this way you can just pass almost anything into the echo command. This is basically a string because it is enclosed in the quotes. Okay, so we are on slide number 3, and here we see the string escapes. So escape sequences are generally used where we need to perform a special task inside a string, or maybe sometimes when we need to show a special character. So for that we always started using backslash and then put the desired character over this. So \n is used to generate a new line, and then \r is used to put a carriage return. So whenever you hit a enter, that is counted as a carriage return. If you want to increase the horizontal tabs, then you can put a \t. So wherever you will put this \t into your string, it will not just display the \t as a text, but it will give it a horizontal tab. Alright, and $$ is used to show the dollars, and double quotes are used to show the double quotes inside the string. Okay, so let me just show you. Here we have all these escape sequences in example. Okay, so if you want to show the double quotes, then you will have to put a \, and then put the double quotes. So this \/ will make the code editor ignore this \, and this will not be counted as the ending of the string, because remember we always put a string in double quotes. So this can generate errors. So in case you need to show the double quotes anywhere, and suppose I need to put the double quotes here, so I can just say \, double quotes, and this will actually show the double quotes as it is, so it will not count it as the end of this string. Alright, similar way you can show the dollars, you can give the new lines or give the horizontal tabs using this \, and this is called escape sequence in PHP. Alright, so these escape sequences are pretty much same in all the languages like C, C++, JavaScript and everything. So now I'll be going to slide number 4, and it is actually a skill assessment, so I'll skip this. Alright, so this is the end of this session. Thanks a lot for watching.